Hello, folks, and welcome to another Bitcoin crypto pump and dump, whatever analysis I will do today. Um, First of all, just to make a little statement, what I'm noticing about the general conditions of the market. Um, Far away if I'm bearish or not bearish. Just to give you a little bit my personal opinion about what's happening at the moment. Let us go and check SPY because SPY is very important if we check that, for example. Let us go and check the 1 week. So what do we see here? In my opinion, it's very clear. In 2020, we did a new all-time high. What happened afterwards? We nuked. Why? They told us that was the COVID crash. We did a very sharp V move, price action. Some people would say, yeah, the market was overloaded with puts and whatever, with shorts, and they did a short squeeze. Okay. Afterwards, that was 30%, by the way, because of COVID. Afterwards, we went up, 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 up. We did a new all-time high. We did 120%. Crazy, right? We did 30% in a crash, and after the crash, we did 120%. Now people will say, yeah, Inspo, the printer. Yeah, you're right, the printer. Yeah, 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 yeah. No problem. I'm with you. I know. The printer. So we did afterwards 20% down, and of course, afterwards we did 15% up. And people are saying no, that's a bear market. Now, between us, just imagine nobody is announcing bull or bear market. You will check this chart and you will take a look. What would you see? Would you say and think that's a bear market? Or would you say that's a correction? How the hell could people tell to that here after you did 120% and you did a 25% price action to the downside to tell that's a bear market? On the chart, that's not a bear market. That's a bears, yeah. That's the bear market. They announced bear market. Who announced the bear market? You remember? The media. The media announced that was a bear market. Even on Bitcoin, they did that in November or in December after we did just a decline of 20%. Imagine every time when Bitcoin is doing a 20% decline, they will announce a bear market. We will have bear bull market every 5 days. That's a little bit exaggerated, of course, but you know what I mean? They announced that's a bear market. Why? Because of the fundamentals. The price is dropping because the economy is looking weak, and then they announced it's a bear market. Now they are announced here the bear market is over, it's a bull market. And yes, they are right. Since then, we are lifting up. And I don't know how far we will go. I can imagine we can even make new all-time highs. I mean, my display is not not big enough, but everything is what they want to do. For them, they fooled us twice. They fooled us here, they fooled us here, and they are fooling us here. And they will fooling us again because their market will crash. It will nuke, and they will have the next story prepared for us. Bloomberg Just a month ago, when they mentioned it's a beer market, I said because, the economy is not looking good. When they announced the bull market and they noticed that the data that's coming out is not good, they said, oh, Jesus, okay, come on, we have to adapt now. Let us adjust a little bit the story. Let us say, if the market is looking that weak, Fed, by the way, Fed is just responsible for the monetary system, so inflation, for example, will make a pivot because then inflation is under control. Inflation is under control when it's at 2%. Okay? So it's not under control when it's at 10%. That's not under control. Under control is 2%. Well, they told us weak data is good data because then people will happen, money will flood the markets again, and we will push up. That's what they told us. Well, the government said, nope, it's not going to work with me. I'm going to refine something. First of all, recession. I'm going to redefine recession. It's not a recession. We are not in a recession. And infrastructure. Do you know what? We are going to redefine infrastructure as well. So if we spend money, we can add some more factors to infrastructure so we can pump money in that direction and say that's an infrastructure bill. That's what they are doing, by the way. So, okay, everything was fine. The government said we are not in a recession. Afterwards, they published the labor market statistics indicating, hey, they are generating more work. I have mentioned last time that labor market statistics are the best tools for politicians because politicians usually don't have any clue about markets in general, to be honest. So our politicians, they work with rhetoric and they have their secretaries. They tell them what they have to say. However, or at least, not presidents and some ministers are those kind of guys that are just reading and don't have a big clue about what they are doing. However, they said statistics, labor market looks great. We are generating a lot of work. So of course, if you check and you go deep, you would ask, okay, thank you for that, but are these the jobs we have lost because of the pandemic? Are these jobs coming back maybe? And I have another question. Are these jobs maybe seasonal jobs? Are these jobs well paid, for example? A lot of questions that a politician would not respond and answer. Because, first of all, he doesn't know, and B, it could be a big problem if he starts to try to respond to these questions. If he starts to say, yeah, well, yeah, it's summer, yeah, it's seasonal, yeah, infrastructure bill, we are going to build some streets, and so, yeah, that's usually what would happen then. So, what did Bloomberg and the voice of Wall Street? They adapted to that and said now that good data is good. And that's why they are rallying. So forget what they said before. People is not you will not hear people now for a while. It's now all about the market looks great, we are not in a recession, and everything is fine. Just convince retailers you can buy. You don't need to have any doubt. You can buy without fear because everything is fine. And that's, in my opinion, the big trap. Not saying that everything is done, not saying that we can't go down even more. In my opinion, the possibilities to go down even more, it's very high just because we have still a lot of different conflicts. And every conflict, as soon as it starts, as soon as it plays out, those with information advantage will jump out. Those without will pay the bill. And that's what always happened. And it will happen more, unfortunately. So let us go forward. That was my opinion about what's happening right now with the markets. Not indicating if the market is not bullish, not bearish, or whatever. You know my personal opinion about if they really make sense or not. It makes sense, yes. I don't support that, so I'm not trading it, but you know, we need to generate some retailers to buy and to reduce the bags, and that's exactly what's happening at the moment. That's it. So, however, you can have a good benefit just trading the markets. Just be very careful. That's the only thing. Be very, very careful because at any time, something can happen, like the COVID crash, and the price will crash. And they will tell us any kind of story. That's the thing. Let us go forward and check what's happening here. Weights ratio 30 days moving average, to be honest, didn't play out. I don't see that. I mean, yeah, the volume is not, but it's, in my opinion, yeah, absolutely wrong here. Didn't play out. The price is going up more, 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 more. And for me, it's really, I mean, I can't imagine that the weights ratio is going to play out, for example, end of August. That would be just too late. Just too late. So I will continue to show you that here, but in my opinion, it's the first time I have seen that the weights ratio didn't play out. And it didn't. Absolutely not. If we go forward, we take the 30 hours moving average, we see it's lifting up, declining right now. However, the liquidity, at least based on stablecoin, didn't rise a lot. We maintain the low level and we are not back. And the stablecoin reserves on exchanges is even declining. But the market is going up. And that's it. I mean, we can see here what they are doing. You know, they push the price up, then distribute, distribute, distribute. That's what they are doing. So push the mark up, distribute, distribute, distribute. The CBD, so the volume delta, is not big. Not big at all. Not even on Binance. Indicating, yeah, they are pushing up much more with futures than with spot. Spot is just a support. But I mean, they are buying, otherwise even spot could go up. But the main train here, the main driver is not spot because the CBDs are, or the volume deltas are really tiny. We are talking about 200, 300 bitcoins in 1 hour candle after a 20,000 or 30,000 bitcoin volume candle. That's insane, just really insane. Let us go forward and check what the future market, no, what the inflow activity is indicating, sorry. Oh, flow activity, nothing. Really absolute nothing. It's so low that, in my opinion, I mean, yeah, we have every hour 500 bitcoins inflow. That's peanuts. Absolutely peanuts. Absolutely peanuts. I mean, even if we would check the daily and we reduce, for example, that here, you can see I mean, the inflows are extremely low. extremely low. We had the same just here. That was in April 20th. After, yeah. So 2 weeks later we dumped, but it's, we had that just before as well. But now it's extremely low, extremely low. So almost no inflows coming in. The big question is always, okay, I'm fine with that, but where's the whole sell pressure coming from? I don't know. I mean, I think that's, I guess, why the weights ratio was that high. But I really, I don't understand how they can push the price up in that way. To be honest, it's really incredible. I mean, take into account what's happening in the world, but it doesn't matter anymore, as we know. So even here to stablecoins, absolutely nothing. They are selling right now, but absolutely nothing big. I mean, let me check here. We have 18 millions, 18 millions, and 40 millions inflow. Nothing, absolutely nothing, absolutely nothing. And also here, that's it. So if we check the future market, look that funding rate. Wow. They are demanding longs, 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 huge. Open interest leverage ratio, wow, skyrocketing, huge. It's free money for everyone. You just need to long. It's really free money, it seems. Exchanges are just, you know, giving the money away. What we see here is stablecoins, for example, related to derivative exchanges. Also nothing big. Taking profit, that's it. But no big anymore. Absolutely not big. I mean, we are talking here about almost 100 millions. That's nothing. I don't know what. Well, we know it's vacation time, so many traders are not trading at the moment. So makes sense, but it's crazy. It's really crazy. The levels of activity and volume, it's incredible. Declined a lot. Also here, 1,700 bitcoins related to derivative exchanges. That's absolutely nothing. And we can see that. I mean, if we go, where's my lovely here? Look that. I mean, that's crazy. That's really crazy. Look what the activity related to centralized exchanges is doing. Even here, derivative. That's crazy. The, the really the price action is not showing that here. But the market looks like, at least taking into account this metric, is dying. It's wow, it's sick. Of course, we are now at a price range where people are expecting to go down afterwards. So 1.6 billion, it was just an hour ago, was almost 50-50. Now we have more shorts than longs. And of course, on Ethereum, as usual, it seems at the moment, 59 or 58 to 42. So also indicating that's really people are coming back with oh no, no data again. Coming back with shorts, and to be honest, you know I'm more in the short side than on the long side, but I will be extremely careful, because the main key for bulls is 24/700, and everything will depend what SPY is going to do. Even I think SPY will have another correction to the downside, and Bitcoin then should follow, but I don't know. And even we will have some interesting, oh shit, sorry, economical data, to be honest. Um, After I have seen how the markets react, I wouldn't care about that anymore, to be honest. Of course, I will announce that, but it only makes sense if the market reacts. But you know, I mean, Wednesday we have core CPI, we have CPI, crude oil inventories, we have Thursday initial jobless claims and PPI. So I would say it's a great week. It could be a very bearish week, but after they showed they don't care about fundamentals anymore and it's only pump and dump because that's what I would expect next. Dump and pump afterwards like crazy to liquidate shorts and longs at the same time. I would be very careful. If we check that here, we see that wow, longs crazy, shorts just more in the low leverage area, I would say. While here we have some, but it's not big. Even the volume, it seems, or the liquidations, yeah, it's the liquidations, so 50 million in liquidations. Even the volume declined a lot, and that's Binance, by the way. So wow, we need to go to 34,000 to liquidate this one, or to go down below of 21.2. FTX, let us check. So I wouldn't surprise to wake up one day very soon and see that they crashed almost Bitcoin by 15% overnight, to be honest. I would I wouldn't be absolutely surprised about that. So let us check here. And we see also here shorts, nothing. And we'll see here longs a lot. So also that looks very similar. It's crazy to see that FTX has a bigger volume, it seems, than Binance related to the liquidations. So yeah, the bigger liquidation is here on the long side, but at the moment, I think they will go even more and more on that area here. Even if we would have a correction, for example, Bitcoin can go down, for example, to 23,500, then bounce again and go even more to the upside. And that's it. Let us go and take a look to the option trading. So let us go directly to option trading. I have prepared everything, so it's going to just to take few minutes. First of all, wow, look that, a lot of calls, while puts reducing a lot. So a lot of calls, really extremely wow. And the biggest gamma call wall here's at 25. Now 25 and 26 is rising, but 25 is really, really big. And GEX 57, yeah, I mean, we can see that here, right? That's crazy. That's really crazy. Usually, when we are in that areas, we should start to dump between 48, 72. That's usually what happened in the past. Mm, was very accurate. So usually, as we can see here, uh, it correlates very well, right? So we had that here, we had that here, we had that here, and that's usually what happens then afterwards. Oh, we see here everywhere. But at the moment, nothing big happening here. So also not playing out. At the moment, many things are not just playing out. I don't know how that works Uh, but yeah, it is what it is. It's not playing out. Basta. Almost 5 millions in long strangle, long put ladder 2.4 millions, and long call butterfly almost 1 million. That's notional, not premium. But unfortunately, we don't have any big volume in premium. If we take a look, 320 is the long put ladder, so it's nothing. Um, so we will start with the long put ladder. And the long put ladder is usually an extension strategy of the beer put spread. And you remember we have talked about the beer put spread in the past because they just place some. And this strategy usually it's indicating that the trader here is expecting until end of December a price between 20,000 and 24,000. That's really crazy. He is extremely brave guy because we are pushing up, pushing up, pushing up, and he is indicating 24 is the max. Okay, if you say that. But of course, I don't know if that's part of a multi-leg strategy, for example. Let us go forward. The next, long strangle. And we know the long strangle very well. Wow, that's one? Really, just one? Yeah, it seems. Um, the long strangle is a strategy, he's expecting a sharp price move. He doesn't know if up or down, so we can go below of 18k until end of September or even above of 35k. Um, and that's it. That's mainly it. So it wasn't really useful, to be honest. I mean, we can at least based on options at the moment, we can't say if that's going to go more to the upside or to the downside. At the moment, not possible. So let us go forward. So what we see here is FTX is ignoring everything at the moment. That's also something that's really crazy. I mean, take a look. That's I don't know why these guys are distributing. Why the price is going up. Why? They are so bullish. I don't know why. Also here, I mean, that at least matches better to the price, like the futures. But also here, it's declining now again. So usually, if they are hedging, I would say they are buying again, but I don't know who is buying at the moment. Um, but yeah, that's what we can see here. So if the X on the distribution side, you see that Binance is the main driver. The aggregated CBD is just following Binance. So also here crazy. Coinbase, what should I say? I don't care about Coinbase, to be honest. They are just pushing, pushing, pushing. I don't know if something is wrong with their CBD or because in my opinion it doesn't make sense. But Bitfinex also 30 minutes. Bitfinex here also, as you see, not really the big market driver. And yeah, we have here the Binance Perp, and you see what's happening, right? Up, down, up, a little bit down, and now up in funding rates. While look that's crazy. That's really crazy. And here as well. I mean, you can't drive the market only with futures. It's not possible. Only 100% only. You always need spot as well. And that's really crazy what I'm seeing here. It's wow. Wow, 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 wow. It's from volume. If you need to make a difference, that's really a big difference, to be honest. So let us check if someone is accumulating. Well, first of all, the MM entity, as mentioned once again, they reduced their balances by almost 10,000 while the price went up. So I guess they wanted to sell something with profit. These guys not doing anything, to be honest. So chilling, yeah, nothing big, absolutely nothing big. No big volume related here. Even here, nothing big. They did their big business from here, and since then, stabilizing, not doing anything. Retailers buying, of course, at the moment a little bit stabilized looks like, and even this year, but with a positive trend, and even this year not doing anything. So I don't know. I don't know really. I don't know what they are doing with their bitcoins. To be honest, um, they need to have a virtual pillow or something because I don't see anybody here accumulating. And usually, if they are using blockchain, and that's what usually Bitcoin needs, it should appear here, but doesn't. So no accumulation happening. That's the fact. Absolutely not. I mean, yes, retailer shrinks. And even these guys did that, as mentioned many times. That wasn't really big, so 60,000 bitcoins. That's it. That's not a big accumulation. Last year, just the market maker did more than 100,000 bitcoins. Now we can see what they did last year. Wow, 240,000, 240,000 bitcoins accumulation, and this time nothing. Absolutely nothing. And that's it. Let us go forward. So, what we see, they are absorbed here at 23.7. Sell order on Coinbase. The next one would be at 25. And that's it. And the next, wow, look what they are doing here. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Yeah, and that's it. I mean, to the downside, yeah, of course, we have walls to the downside as well. 22, the biggest one, 20, but nothing else. Deribit perpetual. Also here, nice. They absorbed some sell walls, and yeah, also here nothing big. Yeah, walls very close to the price, to the downside here. Nothing indicating here. Nothing big. Bitstamp. Nothing. No. Binance Spot. I guess I need to take that out here. And here, that's the magic level. Yeah, so we need to go up. In my opinion, we will go up even more. We will retrace a little bit to go up even more. That's what I think. I mean, look what they are doing. If this market is not under control of big volume, I don't know. Um, yeah, and that's it. So also here, absolutely, as you can see, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. We could go straight to the downside at 20k without any problem. But it seems they want to sell first. And that's maybe why we have here different exchange walls. I really don't know. So, Bitfinex spot. Bitfinex spot waiting at 23, I would say, and that's it. Also nothing big here. We can see we can reduce the... No, also here nothing big. If the XPerp, yeah, if the XPerp here, as you see, waiting at 23.7. Also here, wonderful. Look that what they did. Exactly the same like at Binance Spot. Wow. just to push the price up. Incredible. And here, to push the price down. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. So also nothing here. Kraken reduce the volume at 25, and that's it. The next 22. Bitmax waiting at 28, it seems. And at 25, that's it. Nothing to the downside. The next wall would be at 20k. I don't know why to lock liquidity at 20k. I really will never understand that. If it's spoofing or if they need that for the algo, I really don't know. Binance derivative, wow, look that. That's crazy. Yeah, 22 and to the upside nothing. Really absolutely nothing. No. Bitfinex derivatives, also here 23, and that's it. Nothing to the upside. Oh, really nothing. Look, they reduced every wall to the upside? Wow. They reduced every order? So is 26,500 maybe our goal? That's crazy. Or something happened to the data, but otherwise, why it should show this area here? So everything above of 27 disappeared. Wow. Never have seen that related to Bitfinex, to be honest. I don't know how to interpret that. Also nothing happening here. And FTX spot 26, and that's it. So yeah, like I mean, at the moment, I need to try really to focus on what I see and to stop thinking about fundamentals on something else. But it looks like 26, 27 could be the max. At least that would be extremely bullish sign because I have said 24/7 is key. If they maintain above of 24/7, they will also maintain the momentum, the bullish momentum, and so wow. I mean, we are very close to 24/700, so it wouldn't surprise me. And FTX, we can go back to FTX perp, and FTX at the moment, well, it's just controlling the price at the moment. Yeah. And that's something it's irritating me a little bit because if they use the same way, it would at least indicate we need to go to 25,000. The question is if they want to maintain these walls here, because look, they did that several times. They did that here, they did that here, you know, and the price went up. So if they are doing it here, maybe we go a little bit more up and then down, but I don't know. I really don't know. We need to see. It's just too early to say that. Maybe they want to remove, but the most important and is that here. They really removed every order above of 27,000. So I will use a larger time frame to show you that what's happening at the moment. And as you see, we have this trend line here, and we are retracing to this trend line again. Afterwards, I think we will go up and retest that area at 25,200 because we have some exchange walls there. And then afterwards, we need to see if we can go down or it will have a breakout to the upside afterwards. And that's it. Wow, my computer is dying, it seems, as well. So unfortunately, that's it. Um, no, no big things I can. I mean, we have missed here to break that area many times before, as you see. One, two, now the third time where we try. And it wouldn't surprise me if it will go down even more, or this time just go up and retest that area. So be very careful with the price action right now. Big love, your Inspo. Bye bye.